Hey guys, Nebrian Sent here. Welcome to my dump. We're going to go ahead and talk about what some of you have been waiting probably close to a year for. We're going to start the series with a gear breakdown on what I used to defeat the first Chaos Guardian. You guys are going to have to pay attention and be diligent, and the fight will go okay for you. This time, everything seems a little easier. Big shout out goes to Bedrock, as he's hosting the server for me, and he was a big part on helping me early game. Without any further ado here, we're going to go ahead and start talking about what I used to take down the Chaos Guardian. The first fight, all you really need is a Draconic Bow and a Draconic Chest Piece, and some kind of a pickaxe or Paxel or just whatever. Doesn't really matter. I use the Staff of Power. You don't have to. I almost made the Staff of Power almost as a bit of a flex, but whatever. Just the bow and the chest piece. You don't even need any other armor. Now, so that I don't have to plug up the shield with the Creative Flight module, I'm still wearing a Netherite jetpack in my baubles, so that doesn't end up taking away spots for shield regeneration. So we're going to go ahead and break down the gear here. I've got in my chest piece, it's all shield recovery modules. I want the shield to come back on as fast as possible. With all these shield recovery modules, it gives me 87.5 points per second to go back into my small, measly little 600 point shield. I do, of course, want one undying module, because then if I do accidentally have my shield fall right off and I die, I get a totem box. I get a little bit of breathing room this way. One capacity module, because otherwise my shield will be really tiny, like so tiny. And of course the energy module. You don't need more than one of these, even with a shield this fast in the Draconic series, because if my shield drops, recharging the shield only brings me down to about 2 million OP down here. So that should be more than adequate for your first setup. As far as the bow goes, I wanted to focus on fire rate, so I got all 8 speed modules, and I wanted to make sure my arrows go across the map as fast as possible, so I got 8 velocity modules. The velocity modules also add penetration, so you don't have to add that separately. We want 1 auto firing module, so that you're full auto. We want 1 draconic energy module to basically act as a power source for it. And you want your projectile immunity cancellation module. That'll make sure that while you're fighting the withers, you can do damage to them through both the melee and the ranged phase. Whatever's left over, I just plugged in with damage modules, and that was enough for me to go ahead and take down the big baddie the first time around. You'll also notice I have enchantments on my bow here. I have Infinity, which I had to enchant a few bows on a enchanting table and pull these enchantments off. I can show you guys how that works. It's pretty simple, pretty painless. I think we have some mega torches out, so we don't really have to worry about phantoms. I just figured it would look nicer to go ahead and have a daylight for you guys here. We're gonna go over to yeah, there they are. There they are here. So we go to the industrial foregoing. The enchantment extractor and applicators can be used. I really only use the extractor. Just slam a bunch of books in here. You enchant some bows. You drop them on there. And when you look at that, the books that you enchanted onto the bows will come off. And then you can enchant them onto said bow. So you're also able to, just like vanilla, merge enchantment books. So if you have 2 books that are tier 4 for power, you might want to go ahead and get those and combine them in an anvil to make a tier 5. But the shotgun effect, I'm not even sure what it did, but I threw it on anyways because it sounded like it did damage. If you look at the base damage here, we're doing 102 max attack damage per shot, right? Now if we put, where is it? Power 5 on there, it goes from 102.6 to 105.6. Not a ton, but you know, damage is damage. We need, and I will say again, we need infinity. And we also want punch on it because that'll keep the withers away from us so we don't get the wither effect. There's a trinket somewhere, but I don't know. Me and Kev went looking for one through the endless oceans. We weren't able to find anything. I mean, flame's kind of nice. The only reason I put flame on it is so that you get a little bit of a tracer. It shows you where you're firing. As you can see, I don't have the smallest firing arc, but it's good enough. It was enough to take down the dragon. The first fight is obviously a little longer than the ones I was showing you before. I think I had it down to less than 10 minutes. But, I don't know. You've got to make sure you have infinity and power on there. Make you hit just a little harder. Because we're not into chaotic yet. We don't have a bunch of damage modules that can slam in there. Again, also make sure that you have a decent jetpack. Because, you're not going to have room for the create a flight module. I have one I think it's in my backpack. Let me show you guys. That just doesn't really fit in there nice. Where is it? There's the other end. Dang, here's a create a flight module. So if I was to go ahead and put that into my shield instead, you'll see that it just takes up a lot of room. Like, how much shield regen do I lose just so I don't have to wear a jetpack? So next video about the fight will be me just recapping how the fight goes down. If you guys have any questions on how I got all the modules or how I brewed my potions or anything like that, just leave it down in the comment section. And really, the internet and the comment section will be forming this channel and how its direction goes. But for now, I guess I'm gonna sign off on this one. But for now, that's me, and I'll see you guys next time.